Well, so I have to assume from all of this and your strategy down in Mississippi that this makes you A1 #1 fan of President Obama's investment in green energy and stimulus dollars.
I'm really not.
So what's the difference?
I think the federal government too often is picking winners and losers.
But how is that different from what you're doing?
Well, we treat them just like any other manufacturing.
Okay.
I mean, we treat it, we've sat here and talked about Severstal, General Electric, and Toyota, because we treat Twin Creeks and Solidigm and Styon and Kior and Rentec and Bunge, we treat them all just like any other business in our state. And I don't think the government should be picking winners and losers. I don't think we should be saying we're willing to fund this kind of energy, but not that kind of energy. To have a renewable portfolio standard that doesn't include nuclear. You know, under the cap and trade bill that passed the House, nuclear didn't qualify. The most emission-free, big, mean, green energy machine, nuclear, you had to build a new nuclear power plant for it to count.
Right.
So, but that's just purely a function of the government picking winners and losers.
Does Mississippi have a renewable portfolio standard?
No, ma'am.
You don't? Has there been talk about doing that? Because I can't remember. There's a certain significant portion of the states do have it.
Not by me.
Yeah. So this is not on your agenda?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
But if you're going to do it, it needs to be done right. It needs to be a clean energy standard, which is much less of picking winners and losers. If it's clean energy, then it ought to be in the portfolio rather than renewable clean energy. I mean, why don't hydro and nuclear, why wouldn't they be at the front of the list for clean?
So your issue isn't so much government investment in certain industries and jobs as it is the Obama administration's decision to specifically pick winners and losers.
In this particular narrow question, look, my biggest concern is that the Obama energy policy to me seems very clear. It's to increase the cost of energy so Americans will use less of it. And their goal there is to reduce pollution and to make alternatives more cost competitive. I think we should recognize that America has had abundant, affordable American energy for 400 years.
Right.
It's been part of our comparative advantage, and we should not be driving up the cost of energy for other reasons. And there's plenty of room for disagreement there, but that's what I think our policy ought to be. And when you shut in the Gulf of Mexico, which affects 400,000 jobs, an American domestic oil production declines, goes down, despite some of the new things that have come on board, we're still going to have a decline in oil production. To me, that is bad policy for our country.